Hello, all you fine people who've wanted to make biblically accurate guns. I am BorderWise, and welcome back to From the Depths. More specifically, another advanced cannon tutorial, guide, showcase thing. I don't even know what these are anymore. So, on the last video I uploaded, I mentioned offhandedly 5-clip Tetris as opposed to 4-clip, the material-efficient 4-clip, and the actually sensible and using mirror mode 3-clip Tetris. And immediately people were like, wait, what the hell? What is that? You can't just tell us that and not show us. And I'm like, okay. And so, here we are, 5-clip Tetris. What on earth do we mean by that? Well, it's exactly what it sounds. It's when you stick 5 clips on one autoloader. And there's some bad news and good news, and I guess some more good news about it. The bad news is this only works with 1 meter loaders, so please excuse our little friend here shooting here. Let the soothing sounds of gunpowder sue you. Sue you? Soothe. Not sue. Not sue. Please don't sue anybody. Okay, so if we get a 2 meter loader, for instance, and we stick a firing piece on the front of that, you will see that's actually, you know what we should do? We should do this. Just to make the UI look nice. Alright, so these things attach on 4 sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can see that's all nicely attached. There is one gap left there, and you will notice that this does not attach in any way, shape, or form. And weirdly enough, I'm pretty sure that once upon a time they did. I don't know when that got changed or whether I'm just imagining things, but yeah, so whoa, that rook just died. We didn't even get to see the block confetti. Boo. But anyway, so this does not seem to work anymore. Maybe I'm missing something, but yeah, so you can stick a maximum of 4 clips onto loaders that are longer than 1 meter. So 2 to 8 meters, you cannot use 5-clip Tetris, so don't even worry about it. And of course, you can't use 5-clip Tetris with a belt-fed loader because these only have clips from one side. So there's a clip. Oopsie daisy, and oopsie daisy, oopsie daisy. Does not work. So, you can only have 5-clip Tetris with the 1 meter autoloader, and there you can see it just kind of works. So, I am not entirely clear what the benefit of 5-clip Tetris would be. Any kind of material efficiency you can get from, like, just having an extra clip is offset by the fact that this is a very awkward shape, and if you want to fully use the space, you need to wrap stuff around it. So that's where this fella comes in. So this is a Railgun hybrid that I was fiddling around with for a little bit, trying to figure out, you know, a nice repeatable pattern, and I think I failed. And one of the ways I failed is that this is a Railgun hybrid, and the thing with 5-clip Tetris is, like, let me show you the prefab I made. Nope, wrong button. Alright, so I've made a little prefab of 5-clip Tetris, and it turns out I actually had made one before. I think the new one is better, don't quote me on that. So it looks something like this, gauge snake going vertically, and you'll see we have the loader in the middle there. It is connected from the top to the gauge increases, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inputs because each of the clips needs at least 1 input, and the loader also needs 1 input. And also, thankfully, it doesn't matter where you stick the inputs on these things. It all kind of just counts, so that's very convenient. So if we do something like this, and we do something like this, we have, hold on, have almost a complete, there we go, I did that correctly. So what we've got here, we've got the loader there, and it just, you see how the gauge snake kind of has to wrap around here. Of course, you could do this with connectors as well, but whenever possible, use coolers rather than connectors because they cool the gun, and there's just recoil absorbers stuck here, there, and everywhere. So this actually works pretty decently well. It's a nice 3x3 repeatable pattern, and still not sure how this is a lot better than just using 4-clip Tetris. Like, I don't know, you could do something very similar to this with 4-clip probably. But yeah, over to this fella. This is a repeating pattern right here. You'll notice that the interesting thing about this kind of Tetris is that because you are having to, just to connect everything, you're having to snake a lot of coolers around the place. This already has too many, has more coolers than it actually needs. I could get rid of some. But this kind of Tetris, I think, is very good, or at least decently good, for any kind of shell that requires a lot of cooling, which means it's good for shells that look something like this, which are mostly gunpowder. Because you could have a bit of a problem if you have a shell that has a lot of gunpowder and you need to just jam extra cooling in there. This 5-clip Tetris, it basically has cooling built into the pattern, so that's pretty convenient, I'd have to say. You could, however, argue that, like, because a gunpowder with a shell this heavy that is only 1 meter long is, like, this is 50 millimeters. The possibly a more efficient way of getting that cooling is just to have multiple barrels. That's, like, that actually makes sense. So, arguably, this is not the most effective way to get a fast-firing gun. And the Railgun hybrid is just in here, simply because I'm like, well, damn, I've got so many coolers that I don't actually need, so what am I even doing here? So yeah, this is the result is a pretty decent gun. The firing rate is not great, simply because even though it's got so many clips in there, like, a lot of the space is not made up of loaders and clips. Like, you can see, these connectors are essentially wasted space, so probably not the best idea. And bear in mind, there is every possibility that I'm just thinking about 5-clip Tetris the wrong way, and I think actually it would be better for, like, hull-mounted guns rather than turrets, because, like, you know, if it's on the hull, it doesn't need to fit into a turret well, and that way it can be a funky shape and it's less of a problem. But let's shoot at something again. Let's shoot at the Rook, because the Rook is fun to shoot at. Oh! Before I do that, though, let's see the stats of the shell. This uses 594 rail power, so it's pretty decent. The armor piercing is not quite enough to do full damage to heavy armor. It does over 500 KD. It's got a secondary shaped heat charge, just so it can poke through armor layers that it doesn't pierce straight through. Very, very fast shell, over 2,400 meters per second. And you can see there, we're taking bits off bit by bit. Zap, 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 zap. So, like, this wouldn't be a bad Sea-Whiz gun, actually, so, I mean, arguably not, so if you just chucked a heavy head on there, maybe you could do something interesting. I'm not sure. This is the sciencey, uncertain, well, not the sciencey, that's not how science works, the theoretical portion of the video, I guess. So there's this gun, which I kind of mucked around a little bit, but then there's another one that I was just kind of thinking, like, you know what, this is a nice 3x3 little thing. What else can we do with this? So I've made a tiny little deck gun that is using the same Tetris, so it's just this little wraparound with lots of coolers, and it actually isn't bad. Like, without even really having to muck around a lot, I've got a functional little gun. 293 millimeters, and it's, you know, it literally just lobs pretty basic shell, really. And but this is a nice compact little gun, and yeah, it's decently cheap. It's like less than sorry, the number is right there, 2,390. So I think this might be a better use of the 5-clip Tetris, because the whole damn point of using as many clips as possible is that clips are much cheaper and lighter than the loader. So here we have the loader. It has it costs 240 materials and is a weight of 40, which I think, yeah, it weighs about as much as a metal block. Meanwhile, the clip costs 160 and has a weight of 10. So weight is actually a big deal, especially if you are making, well, actually anything really. If you're making a ship or an airship, like, you do want to keep the weight down whenever possible and want to use that weight, the lifting power, so to speak, for, like, you know, to make a flying heavy armor brick, so to speak. So this guy is fun, but you know what? They're even more fun if you have giant volleys of them. So let us chuck this at something fun. And the shell, this shell is quite slow, So, unfortunately, do I have enough yes, I do. Do I have enough GPPPP? I do. What should we shoot at? Let's shoot at the Ironclad, because that's fun. So that's, 5-clip Tetris, really. It's like, I don't think it's that good. It's fun. It's interesting. You can do interesting things with it, but, I wouldn't rely on that. 4-clip, 3-clip, that's, 3-clip for convenience, 4-clip for maximum material efficiency without giving yourself a headache about how to arrange the loaders. That will do nicely. So that does it for this video, me reckon. Me talk good. Me talk English. Damn, I'm not on the fortress. That's embarrassing. So yeah, that's a little bit of a bonus APS talk. For you, me, and the devil makes 3. Wow, I started this video talking about biblically accurate Tetris. I wish I came up with that line. I didn't. I don't remember who did. Someone in the comment section who is a funny person. And now we're finishing off talking about the devil. Hail Santa. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Support me on Patreon or YouTube membership if you like. It really helps, and there's fun perks in it for you. Thank you to all my current supporters. Please do check me out on Twitch and on my second channel, BorderRR, for non-From the Depths stuff. And I will see you next time in From the Depths. Farewell.